Welcome to the second part of the practical lab where we will learn how to integrate different agents into ChatGPT. In the previous task, we had already used and obtained different agents, one for Wikipedia, another for Google Search, and another for performing mathematical functions using Python. Throughout this task, we will unify all these agents and integrate them into a single ChatGPT model. To achieve this unified integration, we will make use of the tool function. The first thing we will do is import the ChatGPT model from OpenAI, which we will call LLM. Once the large language model is defined, we can start using the tool function to unify the agents. Let's start with the OpenAI function. We need to use the tool function and pass several variables, the name we want to give to the agent, which we recommend using the agent's own name, the function which is the Python_red function that we have tested here with the ren function for execution, and an optional description explaining what this agent does. We will do the same for Wikipedia. We use the tool function, give it a name, pass the function which would be wikipedia.run, which is the same as what we have previously tested here and confirmed that it works, and provide a description. Finally, we program DuckDuckGo using the tool function. We give it a name, a function which is search.run, and a description. Next, to unify them, we had already added the first one to tool and named it tools. So, we need to append the Wikipedia and DuckDuckGo agents to this tools. We will use tools.append to add DuckDuckGo first and then Wikipedia. This way, all three agents will be integrated within tools. Next, we will program ChatGPT to be able to use these agents. To do this, we need to use the initializeAgent function. We pass the name of the agent, the tools it will use, the model it will use, which in this case is ChatGPT, a proprietary model. Then, there are optional parameters, as well as the number of iterations we will allow. If we print this newly programmed agent, the zero-shot agent, and access the template, it will provide information on how this model is developed. It will indicate that it integrates OpenAI's ChatGPT and the agents, which is what we can see here. It indicates that it has access to the different Python agents, rep, do, go, and Wikipedia, the template format it uses, and the input variables it takes. Now, all that's left is to test it. We will use the Python_rel function, and for that, we use zeroshot.run, which calls the model that is integrated with the agents, and with the ren function, we execute it. Then, we pass the input variable. In this case, we will pass a mathematical operation that will trigger the execution of Python_rel. We will see that it enters the agent and needs to perform a calculation. It uses Python_rel to multiply 17 by 6, and here we would get the result, which will also be displayed. If we ask it to tell us about Singapore, we use the run command again on zeroshot.agent and tell it to provide more information about Singapore. In this case, instead of using the Python_rel agent, it will use the Wikipedia agent. It will search Wikipedia for information about Singapore, retrieve information about Singapore, and give us a result with related information about Singapore. Finally, we will use the agent for Google searches. Again, we use the zeroshot.agent.ren function and ask it to tell us the current price of Bitcoin. It will initiate a search on Google through DuckDuckGo, retrieve the current price of Bitcoin, and return it to us. Lastly, we can even ask it to perform complex functions. For that, we will use the Python_rel library or agent. We will ask it to write a function that validates if 11 is an odd number and test it. This library is not only capable of executing mathematical functions but is also capable of developing and testing code, as we can see here. It will develop the requested function, test it, and finally provide us with a response. As we have just seen, integrating agents into ChatGPT to enable it to perform Google searches, access Wikipedia, or even perform complex mathematical functions is made easy by using LangChain's agent module. Thanks to LangChain, we can equip ChatGPT with numerous capabilities and develop a highly powerful language model with a wide range of skills and abilities.